This is a response to Nancy Mace, representative from South Carolina. She did a speech about I think it's misleading. Well, it is misleading to act like it's some guys, like it's not part of it's a part of a mafia. Everything's all wrapped up. It has to be in South Carolina. These guys are getting thrown. It's like it would all be cover. They got their cover permission. It's like Alex Jones' world. You know what he says, but everyone knows that. Come on. Well, that, like, this is going on everywhere. This is going on down here in Florida. God, it's all you can't tell which is which. They do so much just to make cover. They get people running around with their Calvin Klein t-shirts and making a show of it with the kids at the voting. The whole thing down here, southwest Florida, just making a mock out of it. In the Citadel, that was, come on, you come from the Citadel, I can't believe it. That was, my brother's friend was going to the Citadel. They were already working him. They had all the girls they had been doing in Southern Illinois. Yeah, they all infiltrated the officers' wives. The whole thing's a mess. As starts out, that's all coming off World War II. You guys know that. You have to have Trump all wrapped up with that thing with his ear. And God knows what, of anything that's going on. All the Kennedy family has to be doing fake out, pretend they're crazy, or their voice. God knows what. Up in Massachusetts, I don't even put those videos on. Talk about me, my daughter getting raped. I didn't even know before I was protesting what was happening to girls. A guy went to federal prison to keep me from getting my daughter's records from Children's Hospital. And that's just, everyone knows it. The Karen Reed case, that's the feds, the CIA, whatever did it. They did it. They don't even hide it. Everyone knows that. Like, they don't lie. They're in court and they just do their crazy. Like, that's how they do it. And it was like, that cop was one of 4 sex offender registry cops in Boston. You go door to door. We had 2 of those come into our door to do the people on the 2nd floor. Like in the old days, they had rented. The original owner had rented. So we had to have these two ladies coming in, like Cagney and Lacey, except they're bad. My daughter knew they were bad too. Come bursting in and just fucking. And it's all, man, they had stuff going on. Yeah, Chief Berkowitz, whatever, disappears, dies, whatever. Man, they're just, so I started complaining. I put that sign on my window. See, it's saying YouTube's in on it. YouTube, Google, that company's in on it. I could just watch them. Some of the stuff, I get death threats from them. I have my kids threatened. It's disgusting, really. I've been like locked up been put in a cell. Judge George's, they made him, he put him in the Supreme Judicial Court. And he supposed to go in front of him, and he's like, took me and my wife aside, he's being all nice. Like that, he's just gonna throw us to the wolves, but nothing they could do, I guess. But, oh man, that stuff's so messed up, and they had to do me right back up in front of him, and he was afraid, he was scared. I was seeing me be scared, and they made long ass things and long ass lunch break with my public defender threatening me, jamming me back up in that thing, in that holding cell with no air, where they suffocate people with a carbon dioxide asphyxia. They plug up the vents. It's Massachusetts state law that door has to be shut, the food dish door shut. And it's like a good jail will keep it open, even if it's against the law. These people are sick up there. That was all the governor. Or up with him. That's his people, man. But I kind of think that Republican, he's not, but that Attorney General, what's her name that came in? That was her Attorney General. And they're just letting it happen in mass. It's all up in the thing. Boston College is dirty. Boston University is dirty. Northeastern University, but they play this side and they work it. But they had all the kids going through there at the Curry Center. And they just watch it. They watch that. They set that kid up. They set up Ambrose. All that whole thing just worked it, man. The whole Boston Latin School. People get their payoff and their whatever, and then they get their deal making and going on. And what was the big thing? They took over all of Boston to put it with Elizabeth Warren and the mayor. What's her name? Mrs. CIA baby. What's her name? And all of it's fake. You can just watch Elizabeth Warren when she has to tell off Bernie Sanders. It's all, you can just watch it. Man, come on. Once you see it, and you guys know. Your dad was at the Citadel, and then you're the first lady to graduate from the Citadel. Come on. You know all that stuff. It's not at all like what you guys are pretending. And it's systematic. These girls are like, these women are just used down here. They're all like, it's just trafficked. Everyone's trafficked. And the part where it's the actual trafficking is just a tip. It's like human control, all control. My family's like all broken up now. Because I don't want to I'm a father, so I don't get into the, so you can just stand up there. Like, oh, the handcuffs, man. Come on, man. They have those handcuffs with Judge George's. They had those things. They had a new way of twisting them around. Absolutely twisting my hands around. So they'd be all messed up. And, man, like in that one cop, Pat Rose, they just had saved him to put under. After a while, that's just something. And people could think, oh, that's it or something. And man. And it's not the trafficking. It's not even that. It's the all control. And it's not even the blackmail of the guy thing. Like that Jeffrey Epstein stuff. You guys know it too. Like it doesn't go that. It's not to serve someone's need. Like if they're a billionaire and they get this thing, it's not that. And it's not even just to hook them and blackmail them. Because you guys know Prince Andrew volunteered. He volunteered to do whatever. And you guys ought to just start coming clean. Whatever it is. It'll come up from, under the roller coaster at Coney Island. Woody Allen even. I don't know, maybe they dragged him in, but he's you know, it's this thing. Anthony Weiner, he volunteered. Come on, man. You know Hillary runs Trump. You know Hillary's in charge. Or like how that goes. And the Citadel, man, that was open, man. You guys talk about your patriotism or something, and it's not. Meanwhile, you have Colby. Carefully. Colby was, I was quitting drinking. He got on his canoe they're around those same years. I was like gonna wind down or something to say. And then I'd sit by the river in the Fenway and watch the muskrat go by. Somehow when I get so we toning it down, getting my 40 ounce, like just a Schlitz 40, and then sit there, and the muskrat would swim by. And Colby would be out on his canoe, trying his canoe out. The muskrat would go by. And yeah. That's in the Fenway. We're just outside what's it called? What's the wire that goes around? Yeah, you go by the river, and then the D line, you got that wire that goes around. All around the neighborhoods. I was outside the wire. Treat like Jewish Bolshevik. All this communist stuff. Come on, man. You guys are so. Because you guys know MacArthur was dirty. Eisenhower. That whole thing, and it's got to be the Citadel's just. You guys didn't clean it up, that's for sure. Not your own self. The victim. You need to have people like us. Colby's grandfather, he was a mathematics professor at Columbia, something like that. Then he died young and left the family poor, so Colby's dad had to be young. He was an officer everywhere, and liberal, standing up for the black folks, and converted to Catholic, which is so funny because they're New England Protestant, of course. So he go around, marries the Irish girl in Minneapolis, St. Paul, but they didn't stay. He spent more time in Vermont, Colby did. Around. But they're not hiding it. I can't even tell what they're doing. It's like they're like doing it to stop it. Like the appearance here. They just thrash and do weird stuff, and I don't even know. Like that one girl that got hit by the car. That was intentional. That was murder. They set her up. But then the Daily Mail puts a mocking picture, threatening, mocking, and then they had another picture of her with a steak knife. She's sitting there with a steak knife, and they're doing it on purpose. At least when I see the Daily Mail. And they did other stuff too. And YouTube took it down when I made a video. I reported that to the police down here. And YouTube took it down because YouTube's. And what is it, Elon Musk? Like he buys Twitter, he pays them. That thing's awful, man. It's just censorship. It was started out you can't. It's text messaging. It's a few lines and it's censored. So then it's stretched out. It's very design. Don't say anything, and it just spreads out. Thing's awful, man. Come on, man. It's fucking. Excuse my language. There's no reason for it. It's stupid. It's disgusting. A bunch of fake. He's fake, man. Elon Musk is just He's just some South African. It's all the Germans, the South Africans, or whatever. You guys know it's like everything's wrapped up. Man, he gives the stuff to the Russians, or it's back and forth. Come on, it's all wrapped up. The whole Ukraine war. Everything happens to everyone. Everyone's poor. Girls, this stuff happening to them. Making girls work at Burger King or whatever they have to do. That's what does it. Citadel, talk about your thing like it's all in South Carolina. All this just happens to happen, man. Come on, man. You know, can't even. Yeah, I go up to Orlando, and it's like an open city, I guess, the Universal Studios area, and I have to have like 10 bodyguards, making sure they don't do something to me. It's like, walking around. Come on, man. You guys know what's going on in that airplane? Come on, that helicopter. And like that just goes on. And leaves me thinking it's like the other side. It's not like, it's like just war crimes on both sides. YouTube has to be like, that, man. You know what they did. They just sent it right into it. Come on, man. It's just this, did the software. And that place at North, what is it, Northborough, something, Norwood? Man, that's the one place, like maybe not that exact, but right there they had it's hard to find now, but just before the pandemic, a little bit before, they had the gym, the Boston Sports Club side of the membership, and I go to the different ones, and then way out there, like it's on between the inner and outer beltway, and it's up in there. It gets real nice there all of a sudden. Everyone's nice, and it's all the way. And that's that thing. It's right next to it, is that. And they were really nice to me. And it's all the way. The wealth and the comfort, the kind of the thing, and they just know, and it's just that the other stuff can't get in there. Like they run it, or it's on top, they don't. And then that's what's targeted down there or something, right? Because that is. People know, man. And then you get, and you know what YouTube did? YouTube did Elliot Rodger. That's not right. He gave me a strike for having a video, just like him and his baby pictures. Like so, just in, like the comments, psychological analysis, Freudian. I guess it is that, right? Freudian psychoanalysis, psychosexual analysis, and the whatever. And actually, it isn't. Just he had autism, and they do that to him. YouTube lured him away, put him in the dark web. They used to have all that stuff up, and all their bot accounts. It's YouTube. And they did that to him, just like they did to their employee. And they say all the stuff about Asians, all their bigoted stuff, hate, and you see how they treat their people. Like that guy that did the murder-suicide. They drove him to that. That's like exactly their profile. The guy that was YouTube guy was working on those shorts. He has to work on YouTube shorts, man. No. I can't even scrub that thing off. If you scrub it off. Hopefully they'll be going to prison. But I don't know, what are you guys doing, man? You're just you got the whole Ukraine war, you just get money out of that. and a fake history. I used to watch that stuff way before the war. Like I go back to 2014, studying Ukraine. And it ends up all that stuff is fake. They put the Ukraine Center for Ukraine Studies becomes Center for Polish and Ukrainian Studies. It's like in your face. It's just like slap in the face. You know, you guys do, man. So it's gonna be like this. Then I get beat, punished, threatened, get wrecked, get my cat threatened. My God, man. I have to watch this stuff. Like, they'll just target me. Like you talk about like a victim, and they go after them. They do that. I got the record. I don't even put it on the internet. It's always like, you got video. Just, man, you get arrested. They're not arresting you. You're gonna like make it look like it's some little thing like that, when really it's the whole thing, and you guys know everything. And you guys watch everything, or someone. That's the thing, they have to sit back. That's a dirty thing, and someone ought to talk about it. Like, if they'll like do stuff or act like stuff's going on, make them sit and watch it, the deep state, and then they can check to see if there's intervention. It's got to be, right? And they'll just be faking it all, right? Or doing whatever. Right? You got encryption broken. You got the quantum computer. The whole thing's fake anyway, right? Everyone's like that down here. You got one part of town, it's not like the other. Went up to the library today. You got the weird. It's like, whatever, man. You gotta call. And you get some man. He just kept doing it, man. It's all on the record, too. I think these guys just make their money off of it. Everything's all wrapped up, all the Social Security, everyone who gets paid what. Go up there. You guys aren't going to do anything. You're not going to do anything, are you? You just make a deal with it. I had to live with this. And the Hilton stuff, the Hilton Hotel, you guys aren't going to do anything about that. You're going to do nothing about it. You ain't going to. You just let it happen, or like that's your side that did it, or whatever, however it works, because it's something else. And it's just the American people just lied to. Everyone's knows what's going on. Like what happened. You know, the computers get better and better, and like they act like we're still in the 2000. They don't know it's like all CGI on YouTube, all fake videos. You know, and they don't even hide it though. They have their MI6 duck speak. You know, like on the Duran. All this stuff. Ukraine war's gone on, you know, like, it's been like, what's going on with that, man? It's like, they know, and they just get the money from it. Meanwhile, talk about paying me off. You get the torture, you get the go to Guantanamo, right? Send the guys to Guantanamo. Send them to El Salvador to be tortured, it's all that. And you got a big lie that's also the military training. Those are some of the highest quality people in the world, some of them. Mixing all right along there. You know, in the coolest Navy college, whatever, that you could go to, better than the Citadel. Guarantee some of these prisons are better than where you went. Could teach you the real thing. They wouldn't use a woman. You gotta study, maybe the Kurds, maybe you go there. Maybe learn how to have a women's army. That's one place, or the shining path, right? You get those, right? Oh, like 2 in the world. They did stand up against Islamic State, didn't they? They held it. Those women would hold it, right? I don't think you would. I don't think you could do it. I don't think you could do it. Oh, let's see. But it's no. You would, actually. You just gotta go through the right things. But you don't go through it. It's not. Society's not organized that way. Thank God in some ways. Actually, you're doing it right now. You are standing up that way. Because that's what you're doing right now. So good for you.